If I had a gun to my head and I had $0 and I had to make my first $1,000 with OpenClaw in the next week, this is exactly what I would do. And this is exactly what other people have done to get results like this. And you don't need an audience, you don't need experience, and you don't need connections. You just need OpenClaw and the right system behind it. I wouldn't overcomplicate it like all of these people online do. I'd use one model, and that's called drop servicing. Now, drop servicing is extremely simple. All you have to do is find a service that people will pay for and sell it, and then have someone else do the work, and you collect the difference. It works so well in a short amount of time because you don't need to develop any skills. You don't need to create a product. You just need demand and a simple system. And OpenClaw can run all of this automatically without you having to touch it. I'm going to run through the 6 steps that you need to set this up for yourself. So step 1 is to pick a service, and I'd pick something simple and in demand, like cleaning, landscaping, or detailing. Don't try to be unique. You have to pick something that already works and has proof that it's worked for years and years. Step 2 is to create demand, and the best way to do this is with Google Business Profiles. So for example, I just looked up cleaners in Miami, and you can see all of these different cleaners that probably aren't doing the best they can to rank high on Google. So you can have OpenClaw come in and optimize fully so you rank at the top and receive the most calls for your services, and we'll get into how you handle that right now. So this is where OpenClaw starts to do the bulk of the work. It's going to handle incoming calls, messages, and follow-ups. So you can connect OpenClaw to an AI voice agent so it can pick up the phone and respond to any questions and book all of the jobs directly into the calendar on its own automatically, so you don't have to touch anything. You have to remember that OpenClaw is the system, not the business though, so you might need a little bit of oversight, especially when you're first getting it set up. Once you have all of that set up, you have to automate the process fully. So when somebody reaches out, OpenClaw is going to answer instantly, ask questions, qualify the lead, and then book the job. So that's great. OpenClaw has done all of that to book the job for you, but now how are you actually going to fulfill it unless you plan on being a cleaner in Miami? So before I get into the fulfillment portion, you have to understand why this is so powerful. Most businesses are slow and probably run by somebody that looks like this. Extremely old people that don't know how to optimize their online presence. So by using OpenClaw, you can take their business, it's rough, but it's how it is. You can take their business and then contract it out, which I'll talk about in a second. But they miss calls and they don't follow up, and you don't because you have OpenClaw doing it all for you. Now, step 5 is fulfillment, and it's dead simple. Once the job is booked, you send it to a contractor and they do the work. And the cool thing about OpenClaw is that it can automatically reach out to different contractors throughout the area that you have your business page set up. So it can go on Craigslist, Facebook, directly on Google, any different type of website, and locate people that are looking for jobs and then assign them to the jobs that it books. And as you can imagine, you charge the customer, then you pay the contractor, and then you keep the difference without really having to do anything. Example, a customer pays $200, the contractor takes $120, and then you keep $80. And if you do this 10 to 15 times, that's your first $1,000, and this is an extremely low ticket example. Simple overview is traffic, calls, OpenClaw, booking, contractor, profit. It's really as simple as that. OpenClaw isn't magic, and I can't stress this enough. It didn't create this, it runs it, and you created it yourself. The reason why most people fail, because they start with the tool instead of the actual system. Don't tell OpenClaw what to do, it does nothing useful, it just sits there. You can have the best OpenClaw, setup with your Mac Mini and whatever, and if you don't actually give it stuff to do and give it proper systems, it will just sit there wasting money. What actually matters is a simple offer, a clear system, and a fast response. You have to start small, maybe for this example, one niche, one service, and one system, and then you can scale. Once you confirm that it works and it's running for you properly, add more locations, more listings, and more volume so you can have ghost businesses drop servicing all throughout the country. I had to start over. This is exactly what I do, not only because it's one of the fastest paths to money, but it also has crazy scaling potential once you confirm that it works for yourself. Now, I know you're probably thinking, okay, well, if it's that easy, why isn't everybody doing it? Well, it's simply because most people don't take action, 1, and 2, because they don't know how they can set up OpenClaw properly. All it takes is to set it up once and it can run forever. But most people just watch. If you want the exact systems, literally copy and paste. I put it all in here. Just check the first link in the description. All you have to do is look at it and copy and paste it. Build it once. All you have to do is let it run after that. So yeah, check that out. It's going to be the first link in the description. If you guys want to get this up and running within the next 24 hours, check that out. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.